a sports car, a villa with a swimming pool, a luxurious private jet. Footballers buy over-the-top things, living their best lives with the best salaries, because we all know footballers are well paid. But sometimes they buy
strange things.
Lionel Messi bought the strangest thing of all. Why on earth did he buy his neighbour's house? A dog which barks all night. Noisy children. A real do-it-yourselfer. Sometimes you have neighbours from hell. Lionel Messi has experienced this during his time in Barcelona. His neighbours were too noisy for his liking, to the extent it upset the balance of his small family. To put an end to the racket next door, Mr. Ballon d'Or decided to make a radical decision. He complained. Nope. He left a note in their letterbox? Definitely not. He unleashed his dog, Hulk. No, Messi isn't that mean. I've never had a problem with my neighbours. Unlike Messi, where he's living in Castelldefels, he had to buy his neighbour's house because they were too noisy and he wanted to be alone. According to the Spanish press, Messi was initially planning to build a wall between his property and his neighbour's property. But he couldn't get the planning permission. The neighbours made an official complaint against Messi because of this famous wall. A neighbourhood quarrel was inevitable. So the idea was abandoned and the two parties agreed that Ballon d'Or's family could buy the little house next door. Little, but very expensive. Some newspapers quoted a figure of $1.1 million. We knew that Messi was the boss on the pitch, but not in his neighbourhood in a Barcelona suburb. Not everyone can buy their neighbour's house and tell them to live somewhere else. But for Messi, there's no price too high for some peace and quiet. The neighbourhood is not lacking when it comes to peace and quiet. The reason? Planes are banned from flying over the Argentinian's luxury home, valued at $9 million. The president of the airline Vueling caused a huge uproar by accusing Messi of being responsible for this ban. It's the only place in the world where something like this happens. You can't just fly over the place where Lionel Messi lives. These comments went off like a bomb in Spain. He also blamed Messi's property, which is illegal to fly over, from stopping the expansion of Barcelona Airport. Except for in the city, you don't say a word against the sacred Messi. So why can't planes fly over his house? For his peace and quiet? Does Messi really have so much power in Barcelona? Of course not. The truth is something entirely different. The true explanation goes far beyond the whim of a celebrity. The ban comes from Spanish law. The Argentinian lives in a suburb of Barcelona protected by very strict environmental laws. The sounds caused by planes disturb the local fauna, and maybe even Hulk, who we introduced you to earlier, which is why every plane which takes off from Barcelona has to immediately fly towards the sea. They're banned from flying along the coast. In cities like Washington and Paris, it's against the law to fly below certain altitudes. Lionel Messi's house has the same privilege. Messi isn't living there for no reason. A real score for the player, his wife and his sons, who can relax in peace. As long as the neighbours keep it down. In any case, if you make too much noise for Leo, you know what will happen. In the face of the negative backlash in Spain, the airline had to publish a statement apologising to the Barca star. Vueling regrets causing such disruption in a relaxed environment. We never intended to involve Lionel Messi in this controversy, and we swear he has never said anything about the airport and its operation. Their initial statement was a means of creating pressure to increase the number of flights and increase sales revenues. But you can't have a go at Messi to make your business more successful. The company's president has learned his lesson. At the same time, when you see Messi's house, you can understand why he doesn't want to be disturbed. It's truly a little corner of paradise. By buying his neighbour's house, Messi has been able to expand the property he's lived in since 2013. The Argentinian built a synthetic pitch in his garden. He loves doing sombreros on Hulk on this pitch. A huge gym next to it, which we would all love to have in our house. Don't forget the outdoor swimming pool, jacuzzi, and the playground. When we called it a little corner of paradise, we weren't joking. Luis Suarez, one of his best friends, now lives in the same neighbourhood. The two small families regularly spend quality time together. If another noisy neighbour moves into the area, they'll have to be careful. They don't want to have the same problems as Collini.